Hello and heartily welcome in our newest episode of Ask the Founder. Hello, dear Simon.
Thank you.
You are currently in Asia now, and yes, we have a very interesting thing that you viewed there, that you said, okay, they are much further in technical things. Now, my question is, why do you think they are ahead in the technical field, and why is Asia perhaps the perfect start for the future multiverse?
Thank you for the question. And again, I wish you a great Sunday today. And thank you that we were able to arrange it due to the time differences. Also, all the best to you and also to our whole community from Asia. So, to answer your question, whole Asia has experienced a tremendous, let's say, rise and development over the last decades. And as they are, let's take China and India, for example, already are a very big part of, let's say, the whole world's population. Just China, for example, has 1.5 billion people. They are continuously looking for new, let's say, tools or new opportunities on how they can become or how they can improve the daily life of the people. And whenever there's a new tool or a new technology or, let's say, a new solution that can make life easier, that can make life better or can provide value, then of course, when you have many people in that country, technology such as the phone or the internet coming out, or smartphones, or let's say new type of digital solutions that have tremendously changed the entire way of how people interact with each other, communicate, and do business, of course. Then, of course, as you have so many people through word of mouth, basically, those solutions and those new tools, they also spread potentially a lot faster than in, let's say, smaller countries. And also, of course, age plays a big role as well. Timing, of course, of the development of the world. It's not just, let's say, the spread of a new technology, but also the adoption, how it is, let's say, put to use. And if you have a small amount of people that are working with a certain technology or a certain tool in comparison to many different people that are working with it, of course, also you have many more different perspectives and, let's say, potential use cases that those tools are put to use for. And then also you have different points of perspectives that are created. And then through that also potentially a way faster further development of that technology, because many people, they maybe have different ideas, different perspectives, opinions, and also ways of how they have put to use. They share it again with somebody else, and then new ideas, or let's say new ways of how it can be improved also. So it's very fascinating. China particularly, how fast also technologies are further developing. And it's also due to their mentality, their way of living in general. They have a different base ground mentality than, for example, Europe or Americans. It's very fascinating of how they have adopted digital technologies, also have further developed them, and of course are very eager to learn, very fast learners, and also are very fast improving different technologies that they get their hands on. So they are way further ahead in terms of technologies and the use of phones, of the internet, of also digital payment solutions. For example, in China, you have WeChat, for example.
Okay, WeChat, this is comparable to WhatsApp.
Yes, it's comparable to WhatsApp, but it's a lot bigger, in fact, because handy to use. And you also have directly, let's say, payment systems integrated. And for them, it's the most normal thing to use WeChat on a daily basis, to pay with WeChat, to pay with Alipay, basically. And it doesn't matter how, what age. People who are 60, 70, 80, 85, 90 years old are also at a point where they have to. I mean, for example, in many points, you cannot pay with cash anymore. They don't accept cash. And also, they very often don't accept any Western payment systems. So very often, for example, Apple Pay, you can't pay with the normal card because they simply say, no, you have to pay with WeChat Pay or with Alipay. So it's the most common thing for them. So it's very fascinating. Whole Asia is very far ahead in development, but also they have experienced a very fast and tremendous, let's say, further development and rise over the, let's say, also contrast from, let's say, a very poor country to now tending to be the biggest, largest, fastest growing and furthest ahead developed nation in the world and largest economy in the world. So it's very fascinating to experience that. And everyone is talking about Web3, about blockchain, about AI, of course. If you don't know what AI is or what DeepSeek is by now, everyone's looking at you like, huh, who are you and where are you from?
If you say Europe is a diaspora, meaning technology fields like these, AI, KI, and if you
Yeah.
say America is a little bit higher, but Asia seems to be the highest rank in these technical fields. So, and if you
Right.
say it's not a question of age, young people and old people as well,
Yeah.
they all are really their daily life used
Right.
to all these things, and they know about Web3. So you say this is Future Multiverse. And Future Multiverse is not only Web3. So perhaps you can tell me, or perhaps this is the reason why Future Multiverse just fits for the Asia market.
Correct.
So you said that you already met many new partners and that you showed
Correct.
them the technology. And yes, perhaps you can tell something about this field.
Absolutely. So, first of all, I want to say the interesting thing is because they're so far ahead in technology, but also because they are using it on a daily basis. They are a lot more firm and affine with, let's say, the usage and the application of this technology. And the amazing thing is the amazing feedback that we're getting from anyone that we show our platform to, our technology to, is simply they're looking at it and they're saying, wow, that's totally another level. Because they also, in regards to Web3, for example, it's a fact that all the platforms out there right now that are, let's say, calling themselves Web3, or they are very broadly used term, but also the term metaverse. Everyone knows here what metaverse is. But when they see our platform, they see like, wow, this is an actual, let's say, 3D platform that can be used for doing business on a daily basis in a practical way. And they automatically see and they feel and they know and they realize if something is applicable, if you can use it, and if it's, let's say, if you can actually use it and it makes your, as I said before, your daily life better or your business better, and they see the use cases automatically, like very fast. So they are blown away by the resolution, that it's actually that it looks so real, that it's so easy to use, that it's in the browser, that it's accessible from anywhere, from different devices. We have made the whole platform look so easy now, but that's exactly the key for mass adoption. So if you have a technology like this, we solved all the problems of the resolution, then the stability in the being in the browser, being accessible in this virtual environment through the internet, many people at the same time in a stable way from any end devices, and we have made it so easy to use and looks so easy that everyone's just, wow, I know exactly how I can use that, and how can I get started? Where's the link? How can I go in? And let's go. So it doesn't matter whether it's companies of different kinds, whether it's individuals that say, wow, I want to use this because it's exciting. And on the other side now we have many big new partnerships, as you just mentioned, who also are in the industry for over 20 years, who are, let's say, very big figures in this market, and who immediately saw the difference of what they have known so far, seen so far, what is on the market so far, and said, wow, that's totally on a complete another level. And I know exactly how we can apply this, and they know exactly who to introduce it to, how to put it to work and create value for not only their clients but for their entire countries, and introduce it to the government and introduce it to different ministries, and basically make it mass adopt, basically because they just see the value and the easy way to use it.
Perfect. So this will be
Yeah,
another episode of our Ask the Founder series,
correct. Brilliant.
how we use these networks. And for now, we just can mention, okay, we have Asia. We are starting in Asia now, and we have a
Right.
big mass of people who are interested in the technical field. They are further ahead there. So Future Multiverse will be a big success in Asia. And
Big time.
thanks for your words. Thanks for
Thank
the
you.
community to watch these episode of Ask the Founder. Stay
Thank you so
tuned
much.
and watch us the next time.